It's time for your daily dose of cloud gaming goodness, and today we're going to be talking about Amazon Luna as it's going to be getting a major overhaul real soon. Back at the start of the month, Amazon Games had announced in a blog post that a new era of gaming was coming for everyone. Of course, Luna was at the forefront of this new era, but what exactly does that even entail? The way Amazon sees it, gaming is expensive for a lot of people. Not only that, but it can be pretty solitary, and they want to be a solution to that. They took a close look and realized 300 million people own consoles, and around 250 million own gaming-ready PCs. But there are 3 billion people playing games across the globe, which means the majority are actually playing on smartphones. Their solution is an all-new Amazon Luna that combines social party games with blockbuster titles to make gaming nights fun. But the real twist here is that all of these new additions are going to be included with your Prime subscription at no additional cost. This pretty much puts it in line with Prime Video and Amazon Music. So you might be wondering, is this now Prime Gaming? Well, no, because the Prime Gaming brand is actually being retired and its benefits are staying and being rolled into Amazon Luna. This pretty much cements that Amazon Luna is becoming the center stage for Amazon's gaming ecosystem. An interesting change, but one that I think is very welcome. Rolling everything into one brand is the way to go, especially when it's all gaming related. Also, to be very clear to the PC gamers out there, familiar perks from Prime Gaming, such as the free titles that are given to you each and every month, are going to continue to be offered. So if Luna's making some major changes and offering it within Prime, what happens to Luna Plus? Well, it's still gonna be there, sort of. It's gonna be called Luna Premium. According to Amazon, you'll be able to subscribe to Premium for more blockbuster titles like EA Sports FC 25, LEGO DC Supervillains, Team Sonic Racing, Batman Arkham Knight, and more. As for Luna Standard, the one that comes with Prime, you'll see a rotating library of 50 titles. Along with it comes all legacy Prime Gaming benefits and a Game Night social hub, which we'll talk about now. Soon when you launch Luna, you'll see something completely new, and it's called Game Night. Here you'll find a collection of social party games to play with friends and family. Their goal being to reimagine what it means to play games in your living room. To do this, they're trying to cut out all barriers. You won't need games, you won't need controllers, you won't need expensive hardware. In fact, the phone in everyone's pocket is more than enough because all Game Night games will support it as a controller. Yourself and your guests will be able to join in on all the fun by simply scanning a QR code and getting ready to play. Game Night itself will also feature exclusive titles developed by Amazon, and they're starting with the launch title of Courtroom Chaos starring Snoop Dogg. They made sure to clarify that this is a human-built, AI-powered improv courtroom game where players invent outrageous characters, spin wild stories, and do whatever it takes to defend their testimonies before the judge, Snoop Dogg. I'll definitely have some opinions to share about this later in the video, but for now let's stay on track. Game Night will be launching with more than 25 approachable multiplayer games, such as Angry Birds, Draw and Guess, Exploding Kittens, Flappy Golf Party, as well as other adaptations of board game hits. Examples given are Taboo, Ticket to Ride, and Clue. The focus for these titles are to be frictionless living room experiences so you can play and work together with your friends or family however it may be. Now if these games don't appeal to you, worry not, there are still going to be some pretty big names on there such as Hogwarts Legacy, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, as well as family-friendly picks such as Dave the Diver, MotoGP 25, Farming Simulator 22, and SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. And of course, as always, if you don't want to use a smartphone, you can use any Bluetooth controller or purchase the Luna controller. And that pretty much summarizes everything you need to know about these Amazon Luna changes happening. But the blog post ended with this very interesting note. And this is just the beginning. With advances in AI and cloud technology, we see opportunities to create entirely new kinds of games. Experiences that were never possible before. We have an incredible pipeline of games in the works and can't wait for you to play and experience the all-new Luna for yourself later this year. There's that ever-sweet promise of cloud games that were never possible before. I really do hope we see a delivery on that. But now that that's all out of the way, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. For now, I'll give you mine, and generally, I think this is a pretty good move for Amazon Luna to make. I feel like for the longest time, they've struggled to really find an identity for Luna. At first there were channels, and it was okay, but I kind of felt like it was always a better deal to go with Game Pass. After a while, you could buy games and stream them. This led to streaming some pretty notable titles such as FC 26, but from my understanding, you needed to buy it on EA's own storefront, which means you couldn't get it off Steam. After a while, they introduced that you can stream your games from GOG. To me, a pretty big win. I think anytime you allow users to play games they already own on the cloud is just a good deal. But as good as GOG is, it's not Steam, and that's where most people buy their games. Not to mention, GeForce Now has a staple on that sort of thing, and they have a lot more features to offer as well. To be very clear, I think everything Amazon Luna has done up to this point has been a good move. It's great to see these changes happen, but it's kind of hard to recommend it over its competitors. Truthfully speaking myself, I rarely check out Amazon Luna other than when a big game releases or there's a reason to for a video. Oddly enough, the most I've ever used it out of YouTube purposes is to play the Jack Party games when I subscribe to the Jack Party Box channel. So seeing that they're leaning into this family game night sort of vibe actually kinda sits well with me. And that's because it's primarily how I use it and how I'll probably continue to use it. I consider myself an enthusiast gamer, and right now Amazon just doesn't have the feature set to entice me to use their service beyond that. There's a distinct lack of talk of hardware upgrades, higher resolution support, higher refresh rate support, and truthfully, that's stuff I really care about. So of course, it disappoints me a bit. That being said, I don't think I need to be the audience for every cloud gaming service. GeForce Now already kinda has that slot covered in my opinion, so why not focus on the more casual market? You could argue that Xbox already does that, and they kinda do, but I think Amazon Luna has something up its sleeve that's gonna prove to be a pretty big deal here. And that's being part of Amazon Prime, a subscription service that I know a lot of people have out there. A ton of families included, and guess what? I think they're gonna take advantage of the fact that they can play games for free, especially games that are family friendly. Not to mention, I can totally see it being an alternative to board games when friends meet up. That exclusive Snoop Dogg title from earlier doesn't speak to me, but I could probably check it out with a few friends and have a good laugh, and I expect plenty of others to do so. I really do see a potential market for what they're going after, and I do think Amazon is in a pretty good spot to try and pull it off. Not to mention, if they ever wanted to really target a more core gamer player base, they already have Luna Premium, and they can continue to add upgrades to their cloud service like every other cloud gaming service. So if this new direction can lay the groundwork for more of that to come, I'm all for it, and I would love to see more competition and successful competition at that in this space. One thing I will say is that I was a bit surprised that they're getting rid of the Prime Gaming title. I actually expected them to rebrand Luna into Prime Gaming, not the other way around, but I'm sure they did the research and have a good reason as to why. It really is great to see this continued investment and interest in the cloud space from Amazon though. I'm glad that they're not giving up, because I think a lot of people expected them to. Anyhow, that wraps this video up. If you enjoyed it at all, be sure to hit that like button. Want more like it, subscribe to not miss out. Feel free to share your opinions, comments, and feedback for this video down in the comment section below. It's always greatly appreciated. And last but not least, this has been Steven from Anytime Anywhere Gaming, wishing you a great day. And until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds.